G'day guys, it's Jake here. Nothing in this video is financial advice. Please do research when it comes to investing. Please sure check out my links below, including exchanges I use and social media content that I post. Alright, let's go. Okay, so today's video, we're talking about another coin I'm holding. I'll go through several of them. I've done Bobo, Ski so far, and now on to the third one. No particular order. Okay, I'll get to, I might make a video potentially on what my biggest holdings are and stuff like that, but I don't be showing monetary value because I don't think it gets me anywhere, presenting to use how much I hold and all that sort of stuff, because it creates sort of, negativity, jealousy, and whatnot, and potentially threats that I don't want to be receiving. So I don't want to keep that in on the internet. So I want to keep that private. And sort of leave it there. And I mentioned that. So just want to go through the coins I'm holding, and not to show how much I'm holding of it, but just go over the projects that I think have value, that will continue to do well in this cycle, as we haven't even approached old season yet. So it's only the beginning. So exciting things to come for these coins, and they're all meme coins. So this one right at the moment we're talking about is Mr. Miggles on base. Okay, so this is the creator's cat. I don't know who created, but birthed by Coinbase, fostered by Pearl Labs, loved by everybody. Okay, got the tongue covering the nose, and it's a very, very good looking meme. Good name and relatable because everyone's got pet cats, pet dogs. Pet memes usually do pretty well, so you can't go wrong. Not saying all of them do well, but the ones that have traction and ones that actually have a bit of following and a bit of substance behind them are the ones that have a better chance of surviving, doing well. And this one is no exception. So we have 66.8 thousand followers. They joined just last year, so a fairly new project. Okay, and so that's the @ symbol, at Mr. Miggles on base. Okay. I have a community on Twitter as well. Okay, so it's good to know. It's a pinned post there. And sort of a partnership, I believe. And we got NFT collection. So that's that one. And engagement looks pretty good. So 260 likes, 34,000 views. And you can see the comments in that below. So it's pretty good to see. And so 12 hours ago, they posted this. And 133 likes, 2,500 views. So very good. And next post here was 14 hours ago. It's landed on the base app. So good to see that. Miggles on the app and to give away. So do giveaways as well to advise the community. And 125 likes and 3,000 views. Okay, so a similar, it's 133, 2.5. We're getting 125, 3,000, which is good. Okay, that was 14 hours ago. This is 8th November, so yesterday they posted. And they got 183 and 4.9 thousand. Okay, 43. It's an ad. I hate those ads. It's bastards of things. Anyway, you get them because it's a free version of Twitter. And they shared this post. They got 37 likes, 1.1 thousand views. On the 8th again, so posting a few times this day. We have 2.7 views and 69 likes. And we've got 5,000 here, a lot of views, 79 likes. Reposting this again from Jesse Base, which is the main head of this ecosystem, this L2 network. So good to see. 546 likes there. All right. I think that's just a repost. So that's what he would get. Just a repost. This one here, 163 and 2.7. So we're getting really, really good traction, really consistent. That's an ad. So ignore that one. And 7th November, that was the 8th, the 8th, the 8th, the 8th, the 8th. So you go back down. 7th, the 7th, the 7th. So they're posting a few times a day. Okay. 6th of November. Okay, here we go. 156 likes, 6.2 views, 1,000. A 4th, repost that one. 4th, a 4th, 4th, third, fourth, or could be I don't know. Why it's sort of after that one. It was the day after, and you got the 31st. Okay, so a bit of a break there. 4th November again, 31st. Reposting an old post, I believe that would have been. So it's just a repost of that one, Halloween post. 3rd, the 2nd, doing an M&A, AMA. That's pretty cool. Good to see that doing Twitter Spaces to engage the community. And 2nd November. Okay, 1st November. 1st. So they're not showing you consistency, right? They're posting very consistently, and their view counts are pretty consistent as well. So it's good engagement, all right? So very good to see. And the stuff they're posting is pretty good, and that's why they're getting good engagement as well. So that's the Twitter page onto their website. So this is the website for Miggles. And Wake Up the Dreamer in You. Look at that. It's all moving on the website. Look at the cat there. So it's pretty good, isn't it? It's got the ETH logo for the chain. It's cat leash, I'd say. And yeah, you can buy it straight up here. It's got the story, the blog, the creators, the FAQs. Okay. What the hell is Mr. Miggles? Mr. Miggles is a meme-based cryptocurrency token. Miggles on the base blockchain, inspired by a viral Himalayan cat. The unofficial base Coinbase cat mascot. It's a community-led project empowering digital creators with licensed IP from Coinbase, a 10,000-piece NFT collection, and a creators fund. Are you ready to join the litter? So that's that one there. So what is it? The law. Okay. And you got the shop merch. So quite very simple website. Very simple. Very intuitive though. Ready to enter the Miggleverse. So you can buy it there. There's your contact address. So if you're unsure about what the address of the token to get the right one when you're buying it, there it is. And the white paper's there. So got the white paper here. Have a look at. The market cap is live on the bottom there as well. And there's your handles for socials, your Twitter, your Telegram, your Instagram, your floors. Never used that one before. And your never heard of that one. So those three I know, but the rest I don't know. There's your white paper here, going over, sort of what their intentions are, okay. And yeah, so it's total supply. So it's a fixed supply of 1 billion tokens, not inflationary. It launched last year, 2024, July. It's on the base blockchain, of course. There's your token address, your website, your home member state. So where it was created. Created in Portugal, which is interesting. Good to say where the country came from. Yeah, legal statements. Okay, and saying sort of legal instances of what it's important to note for. There's Article 6, and it's just saying this is what can happen. So it shows that they're not liable for losses, which is fair enough. Okay, it's just showing this the legality of it according to MICA. Okay, legislation, and you got this is more EU legislation, I believe. It comes from the EU, Europe. You got Miggles is a meme-based crypto asset launched on the base blockchain. Represents the fictional mascot, Mr. Miggles. Okay, so that's that one. Has no intrinsic utility, no staking, no governance, no promises of profit, values, community-driven. So that's all meme projects. Okay, that's the reality of them. Okay, and just pointing out this white paper that this is what the project is. It's not a company. Okay, it's not. You can't go on its balance sheet and income statement and go through its financials. Okay, because it hasn't got any. It's just a token that is driven by community and marketing and really Bitcoin and ETH to do well. So it's really it's meme coin, that's what it is. It's speculation, all right? So they're not expecting returns, okay, because there's no contract there, all right? The tokenomics, fixed supply, no inflation, LP is community maintained. The market reaches high volatility due to speculation and meme cycles, limited liquidity during off-peak seasons. So the liquidity is very, very light, okay? Got to understand that liquidity is not as strong as something a high market cap. So it's very low market cap at 13 million at the moment. And you've got regulatory risks, legal jurisdictions. Okay, could be securities, involving micro enforcement. Okay, smart contract bugs. So these are things to look out for. Okay, which is good. They're actually giving you a heads up, and it gives you a 100 out of 100 score on Token Sniffer and Go Plus checks. So it shows it has had a audit. All right, and it's pretty safe in that regard. If you want to go in there and have a look yourself, you can go on that website, Token Sniffer, and have a look to see if this is legit information or not. All right, so it's important to double check your own self. It's community risk. It's lifetime life cycle decline, which is probably what's going to happen. Potentially, it depends how loved this token is. It could stay around for a long, long time, but it's no guarantee at this point. It's only a year old, so don't expect this thing to be around for 20, 30 years from now. Okay, it's need to prove itself first. Negative social sentiment. This is risks. Okay, and getting all that over and done with. It's L2, of course, ERC20 token, fully interoperable with Ethereum ecosystem, inherits Ethereum's proof of stake consensus via optimism rollup, finality of it, and decentralized project, no issuing legal entity, this is the legal representative from Portugal, okay, which is good to show, okay, legitimacy there, so you know who's behind this information, to show that, what's the MICA in Europe rules for this token falls underneath. And sustainability operates base layer 2 solution, inherits proof of stake of Ethereum's consensus, just mentioned that. Energy consumption is per transaction is significantly lower than traditional L1s. So that's good. And that's the publication, and that finalizes. There's actually no roadmap on here. It's just a white paper, but no roadmap to show what Miggles is planning on doing, their token. So go back to this, and I don't think there is a roadmap. There's a story about the token, the creators. What is the Miggles Creator Fund? I think this is more about the fund. All right, so bigger vision. The first layer of Miggleverse, starting with a fund toward full-scale creator grants, studio collaborations, co-owned IP development. Okay, so they give out money for creators to help build this brand based on grants, okay, and who gets rewarded with grants. I don't have a governance system, so it's interesting how the budget gets allocated there and who votes on that sort of stuff. So I don't know if they're going to introduce a governance system. So it really does help to have a governance system to vote on which creators and platforms promote this token, who gets what share of what. But anyway, that's something they can work out. That's what they're doing. So how I get selected is review submissions as a core team. Community votes may influence rewards, spotlight certain creators, work evaluated on creativity, effort, and reasonable Miggles vision. Okay, so it's based on these three factors. You need to understand, not on a government-based system, but on the community votes. There are votes, okay, so it's good. So there is some sort of government system they've got here, which is good to see. All right. Although it's not embedded in the contract, on the actual token, like white paper itself, okay? And that's sort of some of the stuff that they reward. Law drops, backstories, multiverse ideas, fan art, skits, animation, short films, music, sound design, voiceover, collaborating projects with other creators, anything that expands Miggles' universe. And that's about it, really. That's that one. And the story, I'll go to the story and have a look. So the grant I'll mute this video. July 17, 2024, the fuzzy face went viral on Coinbase, dropped a video starring Meow. One inspired fan launched Miggles on base. And thousands joined chasing next iconic internet cat. Interesting. Good story there. It's showing, the old rock band, okay, called Kiss, and they've put their faces on there. Original devs cashed out and left, but loyalty and fans didn't give up. They took over the rebuilt Miggles. It's true community-owned meme coin on pre-sale, no airdrops, just real believers. So this is a CTO project takeover from the original dev did, okay. Per Labs met talent manager in October 24. My biggest fans launched Per Labs, my official talent manager. From products to collaborations to content, Per Labs behind every strategic move that makes Miss Miggles a household name. Thanks to Per Labs, you will soon see my face all over games, movies, webtoons, and shop floors. So Per Labs is something to look into. I'll right-click that one. Coinbase grants Miggles IP rights. So in December 24, my original creator, Coinbase, officially granted Per Labs the rights to develop and expand my intellectual property. Big thing. Okay, IP. IP is huge. If you own the IP, you can take this and put it on anything. You can distribute this meme and put its face on any, if it's a product, or if you're trying to sell merchandise, if you're trying to feature it in, like I said, movies, games, whatever they decide to do, events, toys, all this stuff that they even pixelated PFPs, T collections, all that sort of stuff. It's IP is what gives it the ability to do that. Because Coinbase, if they own the IP and these creators trying to do things with it, they're restricted because they don't have that legal right to do so. And they'll breach copyright. Okay, so that's a good thing that Coinbase has officially granted Per Labs the rights to develop the IP. What does it mean? I'm now legally protected brand, paving the way for the most loved cat on earth, expand the Miggleverse. Okay, creator fund. Okay, is about me. Creators bring the world to life. Per Labs and Coinbase launched Creator Fund. Okay, initiative support those who wish to expand the Miggleverse. Fueled by revenue from Miggles commercial projects, the fund will power builders, artists, game developers, musicians, and content creators to draft their Miggles-inspired projects. Tokyo Takeover. In January of this year, my team hosted the Meme World Takeover in Tokyo, bringing together legendary meme coin communities, Own the Doge, Pudgy Penguin, and Pepe Coin, Elon RWA, Doms, and Moomoo. Co-hosted by NFT Japan and Swyftx Gallery at Tokyo Tower. This event marked the official debut in Asia, celebrating the unstoppable force in-person events, creativity, collaboration, and meme culture. Okay, and read more about what that is. It's good to see, and I think this is the last thing. The first cat reached moon. Sounds right. Really wild, right? But in March 2025, officially became the first meme cat to land on the real moon. Thanks to Moon DAO's live ship capsule, my digital pause now rests on also Earth's greatest cultural artifacts. The cosmic milestone proves that Miggles community dream big. I don't know about that, to be honest. I'll give that one a miss, but you can learn more about it if you want to look into it. And latest news, Miggles Manifesto, the Miggles at Blockchain Week, Paris Blockchain Week. It's on Revolut, so you can buy this directly on Revolut app, which is a big, massive thing. Good to see that. Using a Visa. That looks pretty cool. Visa card with Miggles on it. Mint Miggles and Dom Digital Collective. Undoxed. Culture. Miggles Land on the Moon. New listing on Houdini app. And that's the memes. So you can look into this sort of stuff and sort of definition of what Migglish means. Okay. And such in-depth of what they've done. So great to see what they've actually done. There is no roadmap for this one, so you don't know what they're going to be planning on doing. So it's sort of a mystery, but I do see this brand expanding. So they want to looking to become a brand, which is what is very, very good as an investment. That's the white paper. And this is Per Labs as well. I'm not following at the moment, but maybe I should. But this is the company behind them. Okay. Let's give them the IP rights to go to distribute this token, of course. Okay. So Per Labs is behind this, and they can go on their website and have a look, right, and see what they're about. And you can just join early access. Which is good. So that's just the company behind them. And they got the TikTok. It's a TikTok, not a lot of followers, likes, very minimal. Views, not that great. But look, they're growing. They're doing their thing. It takes time to build an audience, of course, and when the market gets going, I think this will grow very big. At the moment, just sort of stagnant. But good to see they're on TikTok nevertheless. Instagram page, 181 followers and 78 posts. Yeah, it's not the engagement's pretty average. It's not very great. But look, they'll get there one day, so that is not an issue. It's just another avenue to expand the brand. They've got a YouTube page as well. It's posting their shorts on YouTube, and they've got 206 subscribers and 46 videos. Views are pretty substantial. 42,000 views on that one. They're pretty good. 14,000 on that one. And that's pretty well it. Another big view videos. They're all pretty stagnant. From what I can see there. So, yeah, it's good. They see they're on YouTube as well. YouTube Shorts. And this is the NFT collection on Magic Eden. NFTs they're selling. It's all pixelated NFTs. All right, so if you like pixelated memes on NFT platforms, go ahead and purchase your own NFTs. I'm not a fan of NFTs because I would never own one, but if you are, Miggles has got a great selection of them and look really good. So yeah, that's their sort of collection there, and the pricing below. And you can take your wallet to it, and you can bid up these memes, or I don't know if you can buy them directly. Yeah, you got offers. Okay, I think it's basically an auctioning system, so you don't buy it straight away. You auction, depending on what it does. Okay, so the owner has to sell them to you based on they agreed with the price. All right, that's that one. So it's a meme collection, and the volume. You know what they're getting, all volume. So 440 ETH, 198,000 market cap, and owners 1.74 thousand owners, which is quite good. 6 sold in the last 24 hours. Top offer is 0.006 ETH. Not a lot of money, but it is an offer nevertheless. And floor price is this. Okay, so that is that one. And on to the market cap on CoinMarketCap. So we'll look at where it is based on the ranking. Okay, so we're on page 2 now. Go back to page 1. I'll show you page 1. So obviously you've got Dogecoin, Shiba, Meme Core. Never heard of it. They've jumped to 3rd place now. Pepe, an official Trump coin, of course. And you've got the rankings for market cap weighted. And obviously Doge has always been on top. And Shiba's 2nd. And where is Miggles? Well, glad you asked. We are on page 2. Scroll down to 986. And we are on 983 now. 983, based on this ranking, and 13.456 million market cap. Okay. So it's on page 2 and 982 ranking. So it's sort of changing all the time. 93, 92, whatever, because it's, depending on live price action, of course, what the market cap does, and fully diluted valuation is pretty much the same. So there's no extra tokens getting released. It's all been put out there, which is good to see. And 435,000 holders, and that's good, fantastic. And the volume looks pretty healthy, 1 million. And we are following today, year over year. 1 year ago, 64%. So the last 24 hours, obviously it's down a little bit, 4% down on the day. It's very volatile, so expect that for a token this size. And that's based on there. So the exchanges it's on Uniswap, obviously Uniswap, Aerodrome, Gate.io, KuCoin, Mexi, BingX, Bitmart, Lbank, XT.com. And other ones there, not as notable, but they're there. Polynex, if I say that properly. And they're the notable ones. eToro, I believe. They're on eToro. OpenOcean, ZKE. And there's some notable ones. I don't buy it on any exchanges. I buy it on a different exchange. I buy it on a DEX called SushiSwap. So that's the best one. I find the cheapest price, better than Uniswap, in my opinion. Better, cheaper fees. That's why I use SushiSwap for all the memes that I buy. All the coins I buy is on on SushiSwap. Now onto the chart. So this is the DEX screen up, and this is where we are. Okay, we're sort of down the lows, right down here, and it's got this wick, and we come down and we actually filled the wick. So this candle here went lower than this candle here. So you see the lows are 12.6 million. This candle here, we got to 12.5 million. So we have gone a little bit lower than this wick, but I do think this is the bottom for this token. So this line here, well, you can sort of put it here now, okay? And line up with a bow. You can see that we're actually touching the very, very lows of this project before it launched, okay? So July 2024 it launched. Initial capitalization went to 115 million market cap. Came back down to 12 million and then rallied back up to 180 and back down to here. So we are optimal range for buying, in my opinion. Not financial advice, of course, but this is very, very low price action. And if you draw a trend line for these highs, you can see, we're sort of projecting from this trend line all the way down. Yeah, it's very, very optimal. Rejection, and hopefully reject from this level and go higher and shoot up from the moon from there. But good accumulation area, this token. And I do see this thing performing really well in the coming weeks, maybe. We'll see what happens with QE returning in December, how that sort of brings upon the market re-accelerating again. It all depends on what Bitcoin and Ethereum does, of course, the two leaders. But yeah, you can see the SMI indicator is crossing bearish again. If we do get some more momentum, we get some bullish momentum. This is the most oversold level it's ever had on this project. You see there. Compared to March and July, we are lower than that. So I don't expect a bounce coming, given that we're at these extreme lows. And that's on the 3-day time frame. On a weekly time frame, weekly suggests we are at the lowest levels as well. So oversold, massively oversold. Momentum is still down. So you want to see momentum start to shoot up again. And this should break out to the upside. That's that one. So you said market cap was 13.4, of course. Food valuation's the same. 1 million in liquidity. So a tenth of that is liquidity. Okay. And yeah, we'll go on to some other. So the holders here, 435,000, which I showed you before on the coin market cap chart. And some of the distribution. So we have a majority of the holders here. So, you've got 435,806. So basically, there's 10 here, and the 11th one is the rest of the people holding this token have 73% of supply. All the rest is distributed amongst the top holders. One of those being Uniswap, and Uniswap again. Uniswap hold 5.5%, according to this, and the rest is all other people. Okay, so either they're exchanges or big whales. This is very, very good distribution, shows health, and yeah, majority of the holders are in the people, which is good, fantastic to see. And LP providers as well. Okay, and then the bubble maps. So the more important thing to see is the distribution laid out on a map. So the token supply, where it's sort of heading, and we can see it's very well spread out. Okay, address list. I don't know what this one is, but you can total that one out. You can see where the sort of the holders are. Okay, so Uniswap V2, Uniswap V3, KuCoin Hot Wallet, and this one here, Gate.io Deposit. And you can scroll down to 0.01%. But there are hidden ones, of course. These ones have been hidden. They need to be reignited. There must be a bit of an error here. I don't know why this says 100% supply showed on one single contract address. I have to look into that one. I don't know why. It's a bit of a glitch. What's going on there with bubble maps not showing it properly, so I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, a bit of an error on bubble maps, so ignore that one. It's more important to look at this, okay? Shows more fairness in the token holder and the valuation, and you can check it here, right? So base scan, you can check if this is legit or not. So I can check Uniswap's holdings here on the actual, the blockchain itself. So we want to check it, and it shows the value at 1.226 million. Okay, so it's important to know that what it holds. 143 tokens. It holds 600,000 of Miggles. Okay, it holds a bit of Benny. Holds Wrap Ethereum. Holds Bull Run Meme, Aerobud, and Worky, and you go on Base Poo. Mrs. Miggles. Okay. There's a female component of it. So Mr. Miggles is Mrs. Miggles. Benny there, of course, and Mr. Miggles. And Benny's a really good one to look at too. I'll be doing a video on that one soon. Oops, I'm tripping on. But yeah, it shows how much it actually holds on the blockchain itself and that address. Okay, so this is Uniswap's address, of course. Show that it holds those tokens on there. It has to have a fair distribution of tokens, 143 that they hold, based on the base chain. And yeah, so that's that one. All right, and this is the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just going over the meme coin project that I'm invested in and very high conviction of, one of my holdings, and I am very, bullish on this project. I'm very, very excited what it's going to do. It's got a solid backing. Coinbase, obviously, featured on Coinbase. Pearl Labs sort of worked out a deal with them, I believe, on whether they purchased the IP or they gave them the IP directly, according to a deal. But nevertheless, the IP is in the hands of Pearl Labs, which controls Miggles. So that's good. Majority of the token is held by the holders. The majority is 73% of people. So it's, token distribution is fair. It's not controlled by the few. So much good thing to say about this project. It's just, great on Twitter, quite good following. Good engagement. Could be a bit better on TikTok and Instagram though, and YouTube, but they can always find rooms to improve that, get more influencers on board and push the brand a bit more that way. And find other strategies to market it. Twitter's obviously the biggest one, so they keep pushing their Twitter out enough people, it'll do well. So that's important to maintain the consistency, which they are consistently posting all the time. So it's great. So very good on that front. And it's oversold on price action. They're doing so much to really push and make this a successful brand. And I showed you the white paper there and the website, of course. And it's just positive things coming for it. It's just the market conditions aren't favourable at the moment. And that's just what every meme is suffering at the moment. Any other altcoin in the space is getting crushed. But that's just the nature of the market, okay? It's not presenting a lot of opportunity for many projects to do well, okay? It's dampening on price action, which really dampens the mood. And you want to see projects continue to push on and post and engage their community regardless of what the price is doing, okay? So that's what they're doing, and this project's not an exception. It's doing a fantastic job, so that's why I invested in it. So, if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like. Comment your thoughts below. If you want to check out my links below, subscribe to stay updated, and I'll catch you next one. Cheers.